Hello everyone. I am P. Srihasini from the first year CSC G section. Today I am going to explain about the functions in C programming. Before going to the explanation, let's see what is a function. A function is a subprogram which is used to perform a task, and we can say it as a reusable block of code. There are so many benefits of functions. Some of the benefits are we can easily identify the errors in that function, and these functions are reusable, and these functions can be created by the users itself. So these functions are very important for the programming. Let's see the function syntax. First, function declaration syntax. Function declaration syntax will start with the data type of the return data type with function name with close and open and close parentheses. Inside those parentheses, we will mention data type of the passed parameters with parameter name. And these parameters are separated with the commas, and function declaration syntax will ends with the semicolon. While coming to the function definition syntax has the function header and function body. Function header has a return data type with function name, and inside the parenthesis we will pass parameters with the parameter data type and parameter name, and these parameters are also separated with the commas, and here we are not using a semicolon. Function bodies are opened and closed with the open and closed curly braces. Inside we will pass some executable statements, and these executable statements will end with a return statement. Let's see a simple example for the functions. The block which we can see is known as function definition. When we see into the main function, we are calling the sum function into it by passing some parameters. These parameters are also in two types: actual parameter and formal parameter. Actual parameters are the parameters passed by the calling function to the called function while calling a function, and these formal parameters are defined by a called function. Let's see different types of functions. There are two types of functions: user-defined functions and predefined functions. Predefined functions has header files. Examples: printf, scanf, poweroff. User-defined functions does not contain header files like sum, factorial, and these can be defined by the users itself. It means user can create functions. There are four types of function styles. First one is with parameters and with return values. Second one, with parameters and without return values. Third one, without parameters and with return values. Fourth one, without parameters and without return values. Here are the examples for the with parameters and with return values. Here, while calling a function, the calling function is passing some parameters to the called function, and called function is also returning some values to the calling function. While coming to the case of with parameters and without return values, while calling a function, it will pass the parameters, but the called function will not return any value. With parameters and with return values. Without parameters and with return values. Here, the calling function will not pass parameters, but the called function will return some values to the calling function. The final one is without parameters and without return values. The calling function will not pass any return values, but the called function will also not returns any return values. By that, I am ending the presentation of the functions. Thank you for listening.